The first bit is a poll that was done as a nationally representative poll of 773 Belizeans, men and women across the country. And we were asking them questions about their attitudes to sexual and reproductive health, sex education in schools, testing for HIV, domestic violence and child abuse. And what we found is, and I think it's really interesting, we found that Belizeans are perhaps more accepting of sexual diversity than perhaps one gets when one looks at some of the stuff in the newspapers. So 34% of Belizeans said that they accept someone who is gay or homosexual, and 34% said they would tolerate someone who was gay or homosexual. And that statistic is higher than what we've seen in many of the countries in the Eastern Caribbean. So Belize is really showing itself to be a much more accepting society than we would have first thought when we compared it to other islands in the Caribbean. When we looked at the finding on, say, testing of HIV, I think it's interesting, about 40% of people say that their concerns with confidentiality are one of the reasons why they don't go in to be tested for HIV. And we're seeing that across the entire Caribbean. It's really a question of, in small societies, how do we ensure confidentiality? How do we tell people that if you come in and you provide us with detailed information, that information is not going to get out? So it's a challenge still for the health system to see how do you make people believe and accept that your information is confidential.